What is going on, guys? It is Gyro from Gyro Studios, and today we're going to be expanding on our sprinting system. Now, if you guys haven't watched my sprinting system, I strongly recommend you go check out the sprinting system because we're going to be using the code from our sprinting system inside of our stamina system. So, starting off, we're going to make 4 variables. First one is going to be stamina. Oop, I spelled that wrong, stamina. Second one will be max stamina. Then we're going to do stamina drain rate. And then stamina regen rate. Next, we have to compile and save so we can edit this. Now, our values are going to be at 100 for stamina, 100 for max stamina. Our drain rate is going to be 3, and our regen rate is going to be 1.5. That way, using your stamina, it feels like you're actually utilizing it, and it's kind of a resource rather than abundance. After we make those 4 variables, we're going to create 3 custom events. So custom event 1 is called stamina system. Our next custom event is going to be called drain stamina. And our final custom event will be regen stamina. Now, the only thing we're going to be doing with our stamina system is creating an if branch if the player is sprinting. If it's true, we're going to call drain stamina. And if it's false, we're going to regen stamina. Now, before you forget, now that we have this all set up, I want you to make sure for your start and stop sprinting over here, we want to call our stamina system. If you don't, it will not work. So stamina system. All right, that is it for this code. We're going to drag it over here so we can focus on our drain stamina. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab an if statement. And if it's for true, we're going to hit set stamina. For our stamina here, the first thing we are going to grab is our stamina. Then we're going to subtract it by our stamina drain rate. Then we're going to grab a clamp float. Make sure you get the float one or it will not work. By our max stamina will be set to our max and our minimum is always 0. That will get returned over to our stamina. Next thing, we got to make sure the player can't drain stamina if he's not moving. So we're going to grab our character movement component. Then we're going to get velocity. You have to scroll all the way down, get velocity. Then vector length. Then you want to make sure it's greater than your max walk speed. So if I look up our max walk speed, our default is 225. Now what I like to do, make it 235. That way you know the player isn't sprinting. So we'll grab this, we'll clean this up a little bit, and that is it for making sure the player is actually sprinting and you're not draining stamina for no reason. And then we'll grab one more node and we'll make it all nice and organized. So just to recap here, we're getting our character movement, checking the velocity, the vector length, and making sure it's greater than 235. Now, from our set stamina, I like to add a print string during development. That way I can make sure that there's nothing wrong. So if you want, you can go like this, comment it, debug only. Now, if you want to skip that part, you absolutely can. After this, we're going to do delay. Now, I'm going to set my delay to something very small, like 0.15. From our delay node, we're going to grab another if statement. For this condition, it's going to actually be quite simple. We're going to grab our stamina less than or equal to 0. That's it. We're making sure our stamina can't go below 0. That's all we're doing there. Now, if it's true, we're going to call our function from our sprinting system, stop sprinting. After our stop sprinting, we're going to call our stamina system. If it's false, we're just going to call our stamina system. Nice and easy. So, just to recap our draining stamina, after our print string, we're going to add a delay. 0.15. That way our stamina doesn't drain every tick. A branch system. We're checking, making sure our stamina is not less than 0. Less than or equal to 0. If it's true, we're going to stop sprinting. And then we are going to call our stamina system. If it's false, we're just going to call our stamina system, which will handle, again, our draining stamina and our regen stamina. For our regen stamina, again, we're going to start with an if statement. From our if statement, we're once again, grab our set stamina. For our condition, our node here, we are going to grab our stamina. And we're going to add this time to our stamina regen rate. Then, of course, we got to grab our clamp, float, grab it over here. We're going to kind of make some room here. And then we're going to grab our max stamina and connect it to max stamina. From our set here, we're going to do another delay node because I want stamina to feel like you can't waste it. It's going to take a little bit longer to replenish stamina than it would to drain stamina, right? So from our delay, again, if statement. For our condition on the if statement, we are going to do stamina is greater than or equal to max stamina. So, and then of course we're going to plug that into our condition. Now, if it's false, we're going to call our stamina system. That is it. Pretty simple. So, to go over our regen stamina again, we're going to call regen. If statement, we don't have to worry about the condition on this one. You could do is sprinting, but I don't. Set stamina. Our stamina is going to be added by our stamina regen rate into a clamp. Minimum will always be 0. Our max will be our max stamina. Setting our stamina, delay, another if statement. If stamina is greater than or equal to max stamina, then just call stamina system. If it's true, do nothing. Now, remember to make sure you add your stamina system nodes after your stop and start functions. The reason why we're using variables, guys, is because I want you to be able to upgrade this later on. But that's for a whole another tutorial. So if we compile and save everything, we can head over to our third-person character and hit play. Now, if I'm walking around, but if I start sprinting, oh, let me disconnect this real quick because I know what's doing. What's it doing? And then now we are obviously draining stamina. Now, to fix this bug, because if I connect it again, it's not going to work because we're changed this to 160. Compile, save, and now it's going to work. I forgot you have to make it half of your crouch speed. So now it's working. And then if we stop sprinting, wait a couple seconds, and we start sprinting, and as you can see, your stamina went up. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about the tutorial, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you do enjoy this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.